Silicone is the new plastic, but better. It's made out of natural resources instead of petrol, and it is reusable unlike the single-use plastic items. It's widely available, so it's cheap, and it's completely safe. There is no BPA or microplastics leaching into your foods. More and more kitchen items are available as silicone options. But what is silicone actually, and should we be using it to prepare and store our food? In this video, I'll be sharing all about using silicone in the kitchen, but I'll be also sharing some concerns about silicone that I had never heard until I did some research. Hi, I'm Thea and I'm here to share healthy, natural and affordable tips with you. And today we're talking about silicone in your kitchen. Now, silicone is a great replacement for plastics because it can't break like glass, and it's cheaper than stainless steel. It doesn't scratch your non-stick pans. It's better for the environment, and it doesn't leach anything harmful into your food or drink, unless you expose it to heat. More about that later. Silicone has all these great benefits, but what exactly is silicone? Now, not to be confused with silicon. Silicon is the element from the periodic table, and it does not occur naturally in nature. But they can filter it out and they use it in computers. So that's why we know Silicon Valley. Silicone is made out of silica, which is silicon oxide. And silica is present in a lot of natural sand and rocks. There's plenty of it, so that's great. However, it's toxic to humans. If you breathe it in, it can cause all sorts of lung diseases and even cancer. This is why you want to be particularly picky when you choose sand for your kids' sand pit. You do not want your kids to play with silica sand and breathe that stuff in because it's really toxic. You want to make sure that you have silica-free sand pit sand. When silica is heated and some other chemicals are added to it, it becomes a long synthetic polymer. Think about spaghetti strands clumped together. And this is what we know as silicone. And it is completely safe. It is even food grade safe, according to the FDA. However, I will be sharing something that might change your mind on this all safe label that it has currently. It's important to know that just like you have a lot of different sorts of plastic, there is a lot of different types of silicone. There is oil, there is gel, there is a rubber-like consistency. Silicone is kind of an umbrella word for all those different types. I thought it was perfectly safe to use silicone in the kitchen. Then I ran into this study that shows that when heated, silicone can actually leak siloxanes into the food or even the air around it. Remember that heat was used to make this product, so it's possible that when heat is used, it can actually disintegrate the integrity of the silicone. In the test, they actually weighed the silicone kitchen utensils, and then they used them in heat, and then they weighed them again. And afterwards, they were lighter, which proves that silicone had disappeared, or leaked into the food or the air. Now, I will link the study below so you can read that for yourself. But this means that using silicone in heat might not be the best idea. We do not know if siloxanes are harmful to the human body or not. So I think it's best to be on the safe side and try to avoid using silicone in heat, especially in ovens where it gets pretty hot, like 400 degrees Fahrenheit, or when you put your spatula on your pan, the bottom of the pan gets pretty hot too. So those would be situations where I would avoid silicone and use an alternative. Silicone is fairly new on the market. It will take a while before studies can be done to prove whether siloxanes are harmful or not. So until we know that for sure, I would stay on the safe side. For years, we thought that plastic was safe to be used, and we used it even to heat up our food in the microwave. And it wasn't until recently that we discovered that there is BPA, microplastic, nanoplastics leaching into our food and harming our health. Let's not make that same mistake with silicone. That's a real big bummer because I have these reusable silicone cupcake shapes and I really like these. It's so handy to always have these liners on hand. The temperatures recommended are 440 Fahrenheit till -40 Fahrenheit, so they can be frozen. They will probably start melting if it's any hotter than 440 Fahrenheit. That doesn't mean that there's no siloxanes leaching into your cupcakes or muffins. So I might need to go back to paper liners, but did you know that parchment paper or paper liners sometimes have a layer of silicone oil sprayed on top to make them non-stick? It doesn't show on the box what it's made out of, and I tried to call their customer service.
Call may be monitored or recorded for quality or other business purposes.
Do you like the music?
Thank you so much for the time on hold, Miss Ea.
Yes.
Really appreciate your patience. Let me tell you that I was trying to get in touch with the specific supplier by the phone, and it seems like they are not picking up the phone anymore.
It was kind of a dead end. They didn't know the information. The manufacturer didn't answer the phone, so I do not know exactly if there is a layer of silicone oil on this parchment paper, but it might not make much of a difference whether you use a paper liner with silicone oil or silicone shaped cupcake shape. Best way, I guess, would be to use your cupcake pan with an oil or something to make it not stick. And I also really love to use my steamer basket. This steamer basket is flexible, it fits in different types of pots. You can hook it closed like this, and I actually hook a fork or a big spatula and I just lift up my veggies and drain it like that. Using a steamer basket keeps your veggies more crunchy and actually gives you more of the benefit of preserving the fiber, which will then feed your gut bacteria, so it will have more health benefits. But it looks like I might need to look for a replacement of my steamer basket, maybe use a metal one that is made out of stainless steel instead of this handy silicone one, if I want to avoid siloxanes in my food. I actually don't have any silicone bakeware, but I do have glass bakeware. This is from Pyrex and it has a matching lid, and so I love making you being silly. I love baking in these, and then when you're done baking and you haven't eaten everything, then you can use it also as storage. I love these, and I would not buy silicone bakeware for anything that I'm baking, really. Alsjeblieft. So that's it on silicone items in the kitchen. I am really curious to know, what is your favorite silicone item that you like to use in your kitchen? Also, did you know that heating up silicone could release siloxanes? I'd like to know in the comments below. And if you like this video and you appreciate me making it for you, then let me know by giving me a thumbs up, or let me know in the comments below. I love to hear from you. And of course, if you like to see more of my videos, then make sure you subscribe, because then you will be notified whenever a new video is released. And I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Bye bye!